The media is changing, and so is news consumption all over the world.
Here at the ECOWAS headquarters in Abuja, where hundreds of Nigerians.
In Capital TV, we give you contemporary and human interest stories. My name is Ndume Green, reporting for Capital TV. This is Capital TV.
For 3 days, strong voices on climate change in Africa gathered in the oil-rich river state capital, Port Harcourt, for the Niger Delta Climate Change Conference. From conversations around climate vulnerability, climate sustainability, and climate solutions, these voices gathered to brainstorm the way forward on climate change impact in the Niger Delta, Nigeria, and Africa at large.
As issues around climate change continue to heat up in the Niger Delta, affecting local communities, here I am in Port Harcourt, the river state capital, Nigeria, for the 3rd edition of the annual Niger Delta Climate Change Conference. This conference is aimed at providing awareness and conscientizing local communities about the dangers of climate change and where they stand as they are affected by climate change.
My vision now is to see more women groups in the Niger Delta accessing funds to carry out adaptation and mitigation activities to promote climate justice. That's my vision now. So 30 years from now, I'm envisioning the climate leader to be a woman. And I think, and I'll tell her to ensure that more funds are given to women organizations to strengthen the action that they are already taking.
Convenience doesn't lead anybody anywhere. We need resistance. Without resistance, there's no movement, there's no growth. Imagine if this floor is covered with oil and it doesn't resist your movement. How will you move on it? Can you move? You fall all over the place, you fall for anything. When you don't have a position, you're not going to. That's why I mentioned when I was making my initial speech, you have to be ready to be convicted for your convictions.
Conversation continues because Ghana is also highly impacted by climate change. Issues around galamsey has been in your country for quite a while. Right. I see how you're tackling it. The other day I saw Hanabisu, right? Yeah. Who was on air in the forest trying to tackle it. How are you tackling this very critical issue?
Well, what I can say is that galamsey is a serious security threat to our country. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has shown a lot of commitment towards ending this canker. Our water bodies are seriously heavily polluted, and people are mining it discriminately. It is a challenge. So that's why I am saying that you saw one of my colleagues moving from one place to another, seizing excavators and all those things. What we are doing currently is to let everybody understand that there's a way of mining without necessarily destroying the environment. That is what we are looking at.
Minister, apart from the activities, the actions that the government is taking towards illegal mining in Ghana, what are the steps that the government is also taking towards providing justice for local communities whose water bodies have been destroyed by these issues over the years? Because there must be a step in as much as you are taking the excavators from these Chinese who are invading the forest reserves. What are the steps to that, you're taking?
So we're looking at alternative livelihood for these people. And the government is very serious about that, because at the end of the day, I was telling somebody that you seize an excavator and go, the person has money. You're going to buy a new one and go back. Yeah, we keep seizing, then they go back. So we need a more pragmatic solution to this matter, where livelihood will be guaranteed.
But the discussions did not just end at the 3 days event. Activists led by Comrade Friday Nule Mbani, the director of Leke Development Foundation, organizers of the Niger Delta Climate Change Conference, also went on the streets of Port Harcourt to raise awareness.
Climate justice. Climate justice. Climate justice.
We are now open to the variants of climate change, flooding, sea rise, excess heat, and the accompanying health challenges. As I'm talking to you now, a lot of Niger Deltans who would ordinarily have fed themselves and lived relatively comfortable lives are penniless. They have no homes, like homes that were destroyed in the last major flood. Some of them have not been rebuilt, so people are displaced. And climate change and its challenges also have also caused conflicts in the communities, so that you have people who can no longer go to their communities. We've lost a lot of people. Some chiefs are chiefs, but they are in the Port Harcourt, they are not in their domain because there are issues in their communities.
Niger Delta have been recognized as one of the most polluted environment on the planet, and where the life expectancy have reduced to 41 years. All these are the issue that catastrophic around the climate disaster that we are recording.
This is a renewed call because we are beginning to see climate change in different dimensions, especially as it relates to rainfall, food production, and the oil spill, which I want to localize and talk about.